Ever since the dawn of mankind, humans have looked to a higher being for the answer to the many unexplained questions that are present around us every day. Religion is that belief that has remained throughout the centuries of mankind, and it has united all of us, not only with the universe, but with ourselves as well. However, in the modern era, with technology and science becoming so prevalent, religion has started to take on a different interpretation. Instead of serving as a method to explain the world's occurrences, it is now primarily only used as hope in troubling situations. It is human nature to look to religion for hope and courage to get us through troubling situations. And with religious involvement comes hope to keep on persevering even in the most difficult situations. To truly understand an individual's religious involvement, I plan on observing when or how one perception of religion changes, and also how it impacts them in terms of success. An answer won't be easy to reach, so I will look to research and the most respected individuals on this subject to find my solution. I traveled deep into the heart of Nepal to meet up with a Buddhist monk who explained to me what he believed to be the true meaning of religion.
As a Buddhist monk, I have devoted my entire life to my religion and have observed how religion impacts individuals all over the world. I believe that religion is very important and crucial to an individual's life. It teaches them lessons and values that could not be taught otherwise. I was born in a very religious household and think it impacted me very positively.
Influenced by the monk's high praise for religion, I was inspired to do my own research and see how much of an impact religion really played in a normal citizen's life. Weeks of surveying a broad range of people from all different religious backgrounds led me to some pretty surprising results. In a group of high school students, nearly 60% of the respondents reported having little to no religious involvement. 15% were somewhat religious, and only a mere 25% were truly involved in the religion of their choice. Of the non-religious, 20% had low grades. Of the somewhat religious, 20% also had low grades. And of the highly religious, 60% of them experienced low grades. When asked on religion's correlation, 60% of individuals believed that religion was somewhat beneficial to their life and productivity, 30% believed it had no effect, and 10% believed it was detrimental to their success. In a similar group of adults, it gave a more broad range of data. 40% said they were non-religious, 30% said they were somewhat religious, and 30% also said that they were very religious. Of the non-religious category, 10% said they were unemployed or making less than the average US salary. Of the slightly religious, 30% made that same category. And of the very religious, 60% said that they were unemployed or making less than the average US salary. Adults did know better in recognizing religion's correlation. 60% believed it aided them in life, 40% said it had no effect, and 10% said it had a negative effect. This data does not discourage religion, but it is more to see the correlation and the effect religion has on an individual. The last thing I did was survey to see how individuals react to negative situations and how that would affect their religious involvement. 75% said they would increase their religious involvement, 20% said they would not change anything, and a mere 5% said they would actually decrease their religious involvement. These drastic results show us that religion changes greatly in accordance to how an individual is doing, and that as their situation worsens, the more one tends to look to a higher power for help. However, I knew that religion is not something that could be captured by a few numbers and statistics. I knew I had to interview people in real life and about their views on religion. Religion is something that is very significant to an individual, and it comes with real emotions and feelings. I plan on interviewing both the young and old generation, as the young are the basics to the future, and the old represent the past. Both sides are crucial to my research.
Come in!
Hi, what's your name?
Supraja.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
Wow, at such a young age. What religious activities do you participate in?
I am somewhat religious. I go to Hindu school every week on Sunday to learn more about my religion and how to use it in the real world.
Wow, that's very interesting. And how do you think religion impacts you in your daily life?
Religion helps me a lot because it teaches me important qualities and values, like how to behave and what not to do. This helps me because I can learn how to act when I go to school every day.
And how successful are you in school or sports?
I am very successful in school and I go to gymnastics too. At gymnastics, I am pretty good.
Do you think that religion in any way helps or hurts you in how you perform in school or in gymnastics?
I think it helps me because God helps me throughout my entire life. And the energy I put into religion will be returned to me in some form.
Oh, I see. Now, if you were placed in a bad situation, like your family had less money, would you participate in religion more or less?
Definitely more. If anything bad happens, then you have to try to offset that by praying, so that God can help you through your situation.
Thank you. That was very insightful.
And now we travel to meet with Dujin Kai, a peanut salesman.
Oh, hi, didn't see you there. There's the camera in my room. How odd. You see, I'm very successful, and I attribute the success to my minimal religious involvement. I'm currently a peanut salesman, but lately peanut sales have gone down a whole 10%. A strange thing has happened since then. Due to my lackluster sales, I found myself going to church more often. You see, it's a strange phenomenon. As my financial situation worsens, I find myself going to church more often.
I shared my data with historian Santushma Submarine to see what insight he might provide for my research. Hello, Santushma. From a fourth grader's perspective, we can learn many things about how people interpret religion and how it plays a part in their daily life. Supraja shares the same views as many of the survey respondents had as well. Most of them believed religion aided them in life and said that they would definitely increase religious involvement in tough times. Professor Cheeseburger shared the same view as Supraja and had first-hand experience and saw for himself how negative situations played a role in his religious involvement. Based on my research, I have found out that during the Great Depression, there was a large increase in church attendance. This is particularly surprising since church attendance had been on a downward decline in that period. This is a graph of the unemployment rate during the Great Depression, whereas this is the graph of the church attendance rate during the Great Depression. As you can see, when overlaid on top of each other, there is a direct correlation between these two different aspects.
No surprise that church attendance increased during the Great Depression. Religion is the last hope that anyone had left. It was the last road they had to turn on, and the only thing that kept them going. This, however, may not always be a good thing. In the 14th century, as the plague spread across Europe, people turned to the church for answers and help. And when it provided them with no help, the power of the church declined. This especially shows that throughout history, individuals around the globe turned to religion for hope in the toughest situations.
I see.
To get a second opinion, I traveled to UC Berkeley to meet up with Professor Cheeseburger's son, Dujin Kai, who is currently an outstanding student there.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how religious are you as an individual?
Oh, a 0. I'm not religious at all.
Oh, okay then. How successful do you consider yourself as a student?
Oh, I am so successful. I am one of the smartest people in my grade.
Yeah, what would be your average grade?
Oh, my average grade is 110.
I see. And how do you think religion impacts how successful you are in life?
Oh, well, because I'm not religious, I have freed up time to go devote to studying, which helps me get 110.
Dujin Kai's arrogant personality was much less than admirable, yet his interview shows exactly what the results have shown us all along. I've reached two very important conclusions through my research. Number one is religious involvement increases as an individual's situation worsens, which is why we can see the correlation of less religious involvement in successful individuals. Number two, religion, however, provides positive values that help an individual throughout their life.
Hello, Siddharth. What do you think of the conclusions that I have reached?
They're quite intriguing, and I see your conclusions have a huge amount of evidence that clearly support your claim. Religion is something that impacts all 7 billion of us, whether we choose to take part in it or not. And I believe that understanding the correlation religion plays to an individual's success is crucial not only for us researchers, but for the greater good of mankind.
My hope is that with an improved understanding of how religion impacts our productivity, we can become more intelligent individuals. Also, it is prevalent in my data that as an individual situation worsens, the more involved in religion they become.
Yes, that's very true. My only concern is that people rely on religion too much when their situation takes a wrong turn. I want individuals to realize that religion is there to provide hope and perseverance, and that people shouldn't put all their faith in God or a higher being just to help them through their situation. Rather, they should use religion as a motivation to help them get out of their dilemma and move forward in life.
I completely agree, and think that with my research, it is not so much there to make people participate in religion less, but rather that the research will convey a worldwide correlation that all of us are affected by and are forced to accept, no matter what religion we believe or where we live. It truly shows how many similarities that humanity has with each other, and how we are all connected with one another.
Hey, Macklemore, can we go thrift shopping?
What?
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is awesome.
Now, walk into the club like, what up?